Hey everybody, what's up? Hey. Okay, so a lot of my, not a lot, but a couple of my friends are making these videos about regional dialects. From what I know, regional dialects are, it's pretty much just like the way you pronounce something, and it's like every sort of area has their own way of pronouncing something. Central Canada. So yeah, I have my list, my magical list of awesome epic proportions, and yeah, it's just gonna, I really hope you like my Canadian accent. Okay, so say these words: ant, root, almond, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, sure, poem, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, citizen, pecan, cauliflower, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, asterisk, yeah, asterisk, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, cot, bin, handkerchief, Bowie knife, Florida, and cots on there again. Yeah, so those were the words, and I was just looking at them and I was thinking how the way I say them isn't necessarily how they're spelled. Like, I think it will, aside from the fact that I can't pronounce asterisk. Okay, handkerchief is actually spelled handkerchief. I'm like skipping a bunch of random letters. I have a list of questions here. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? That would be TPing. What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? Okay, the only thing I know that when you touch it, it turns into a ball. The only thing I can think of is like an armadillo or a hedgehog, and I'm like pretty sure those aren't bugs. But yeah, what is the bubbly carbonated drink called? Some say pop, some say soda. I usually just refer to it as it's called, like Pepsi or 7-Up or grape drink, etc., so on and so forth. I'm actually not a huge fan of the carbonated stuff. I usually drink iced tea, lemonade, that kind of lame stuff. What do you call gym shoes? Gym shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? Something along the lines of sup, like how I started the video. Yeah, along those lines. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I call it creepy as like hell, but I believe it's called a daddy long legs. Kinda. It's not what it's actually called, but yeah. What do you call your grandparents? I actually, on my dad's side, I have my grandfather, who I call my Zeta, and on my mom's side, I have my grandmother, and she is my Baba. So, yeah. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you wheel groceries at the supermarket? Shopping cart. What do you call it when the rain falls while the sun's shining? Nature mistake. I believe it's actually called a sun shower. Okay, what is the thing you change the TV channel with? A remote. Do you use a spigot or a spigot to refer to a faucet or tap that water comes out of? What do you call the insect that flies around in the summer and has rear section that glows in the dark? I call them light bugs, just because I'm like that, but they're fireflies. What do you call the big clumps of dust that gather under furniture and in corners? Those would be dust bunnies. I'm actually allergic to dust. Fact. What do you call a drive-through liquor store? I wasn't aware that anyone in the world had a drive-through liquor store. I would like to see that. Not sure how it would work. What do you call the gooey or dry matter that collects in the corner of your eye, especially when you're sleeping? I grew up calling it sleep, or gich. Gich? Gich? Yeah. What do you call the traffic situation in which several roads meet in a circle and you have to get off at one point? That would be a roundabout. They don't piss me off. People that get pissed off by roundabouts piss me off. Like, it's really not that hard to turn right. Like, they even have freaking signs saying turn right, yet people decide to go left, and then they get into accidents and try to, like, accuse the government of putting in roundabouts. Like, that's their problem. And, like... Okay. Oh, I lost my spot. Do you use the word cruller? At Tim Hortons, I do, because they have apple crullers. I don't actually eat them. Like, I've eaten them in the past, but I'm not, like, a huge cruller eater. Yeah. Do you use the term bear claw for a kind of pastry? Bear paws are quite good. They're, like, soft, cookie-esque type things made by Dare, and they're not free. Yeah. Okay. What do you call it when a driver changes over one or more lanes too quickly? Stupidity. And what is the distinction between dinner and supper? I believe supper is earlier, and dinner, I believe, is around 8-ish. Like, personally, I don't have a difference. I call it either or, just whatever comes to my mind first. But, yeah, some people do. And that is all the questions I have. I just kind of think it's really cool how, you know, we live in Canada, or I live in Canada, and comparatively, Canada is a smaller country, but even though it's small, there's still so many ways to say certain things. It's interesting. And yeah, that's all I have to say on that. And I will see you cool cats later.